KILR KILR Games.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my tour around the world featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 4. Hey, look, the O'Hare ATIS is now working. It didn't work before. Even though I changed the comm radio to a different frequency and then back, it still didn't. It didn't work until we got out here to DuPage. Yeah, go figure. Anyway. Yeah, that's where we're at. We're at DuPage, and let's talk about where we're going to go here. Our trusty little map. We are here, and we are going here. Aurora Municipal. So not that far. If we tune in DuPage VOR and just point it, what is it, at about 225. That should get us right over there. I don't think we'll have, I don't know, I've passed it once before in one of the other simulators. Let's tune in Joliet at a 340 radial. And then that way, those two needles should meet in the center when we're at Aurora. If not, we are off course. Alright, so DuPage is already set to 108.4, and we were saying we were going to change this to 225. Well, that's pretty close. And then Joliet is 112.3. And we were setting that for 340. Yeah, 340 should be fine. All right. Oops. I think we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get this started up. We hit M for mags, 5 for start. And we hear that wonderful PC speaker. It sounds like a propeller. Alright. I'm going to set some takeoff flaps here. And we're going to turn around. There's a particular runway that I'm going to take. It's going to take us off in that direction. I'm a little spoiled. I mean, I've mentioned this before, that this reminds me of the Amiga version, which was the second simulator that I played, but I didn't have clouds. Not like that. I was just thinking the default scenery might be a little bit better than... I don't know if it would be or not. See, we're using the scenery disk from SubLogic. They still cover the default area. But I think they did a better job than the default. Of course, the center lines are basically that. They're just lines. A thin line of what I think of as spaghetti. Alright. We can go ahead and take off here. One thing's for sure, that the FPS is definitely better than what the Amiga was. So this is like flight number 3, and I'm enjoying it. I'm liking FS4. It's like my Amiga version, just better. Alright, gear. Bring up the flaps. Oh my. The white clouds there look like flying saucers or something. It's an invasion of aliens. It's V. I forget how that theme song went. Anyone remember the theme to V, the final battle? Oh, man. That show was so cool. Something like that. They tried to remake it. It was like, it was alright. Come on, Jane Badler. You can't replace her as Diana. I think that's what I'm going to call these clouds. They're going to be our flying saucer. They disappear too. That's weird. 224. I know we're tuned in to DuPage, but this isn't right. Oh, it's tuned in to Nav 2. How did... Oh, okay. Well, that's nifty. I wish I had that on the Amiga. You can, if you press B, you can watch this. You can switch your DME from Nav 1 to Nav 2. See? 21 miles away. Hit B again. Now you're on Nav 1. Oh man, that is sweet. That is cool. What is distance though? F? Knots? Okay. It's cool. I accidentally hit B because on the other simulators, when you're adjusting your altimeter, it's B. I think maybe for barometric pressure. I don't know. This hasn't changed any. This right here, it's still D. The autopilot's down here. And the Amiga had this thing right here, which was originally a stall light. But then it became the autopilot light on the Amiga. The Amiga, keep in mind the Microsoft Flight Simulator versions were ports of the SubLogic flight simulators. And so Flight Simulator 2 by SubLogic, it was ported by Microsoft to the PC, which was Microsoft Flight Simulator 1, and then 2 was an improvement on that. And then Flight Simulator 2 for the Amiga, which was the third generation, I think is what they say. That version, Microsoft pretty much ported that over for Microsoft Flight Simulator 3, and then there were complaints about how buggy it was, so they fixed it, and here's Flight Simulator 4. Well, I'll have to play Microsoft Flight Simulator 3 now. I want to see I want to see what it doesn't have that this one has. Although the scenery is going to look like the same. And I've got scenery discs for it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them to work. I haven't been able to get the ones for Flight Simulator 1 and 2 to work. I think they should work for 1, at least that's what I was told. Okay, so our needles here are beginning to match up, so we know that that's our airport right there. Let's go ahead and bring our landing gear down. I don't think I'm going to bring down any flaps just yet. Okay, I think I see one of the runways right over here. So we'll come off to this over here. Okay, we're moving pretty quickly. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bring down some flaps. It's a nice, pleasing green to look at. It's a very relaxing green. Just kind of sit here. Ah. That hypnotic it's a purr. That's what this is. This plane is purring. It's a purring airplane. still coming in fast. Bring in some more flaps here. I think the weather generator can generate random weather. I think that's what I remember reading. That was one of the new features of version 4. So if that's the case, I think I'm just going to leave the weather alone instead of trying to look up weather. Maybe later we'll look up weather, you know, so that way it can either match the other simulators or, you know, just we have our own thing. Right now I'm wanting to get us caught up with the other simulators. I don't want this one to lag behind. No simulator left behind. That's going to be our motto. Our last bit of flaps here. They appear to be a little too high. We can do this. Whoa. Well, we were on the edge of the runway there. All right, very good. Oh, man. Trying to hear that in these headphones, it's making my ears ring. Okay, so we're here at Aurora Municipal. They're just short little flights, at least with this simulator, so we may not have too bad of a time trying to get caught up with the others. All right, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next flight. Hey, be sure to make use of the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. And, you know, whatever experiences that you've got with Flight Simulator 4. Or any simulator for that matter. All right, thanks, and I will see you next time. And if you had fun watching this flight, then you might enjoy watching the same flight on one of these other simulators. It's a great way to compare the difference between them, but it's also a nice way to relive some old memories, or make some new ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around in the wild blue yonder.